12 Angry Men, Justice, Prejudice, and the Power of Reason. What does it take to stand against the majority and advocate for fairness? Welcome to Movement Photography Project, where we uncover the layers of cinema's greatest works. Today, we dive into Sidney Lumet's 1957 classic, 12 Angry Men. This gripping courtroom drama is not only a masterpiece of storytelling, but also a profound examination of justice, human nature, and the biases that shape our decisions. Join us as we explore its themes, analyze its characters, and reveal the cinematic brilliance that has secured its place in film history. Plot overview: a microcosm of society. 12 Angry Men begins with a young defendant on trial for allegedly murdering his father. The case seems clear-cut, with eyewitness testimonies and circumstantial evidence pointing to his guilt. The jury, a group of 12 men from diverse backgrounds, is tasked with deciding the boy's fate. A guilty verdict will result in the death penalty. As the jurors retire to the deliberation room, 11 of them quickly conclude that the defendant is guilty. However, juror number 8, Henry Fonda, votes not guilty, not because he believes the boy is innocent, but because he feels the case warrants further discussion. What unfolds is a tense and thought-provoking debate that challenges the assumptions, biases, and moral convictions of each juror. The room becomes a battleground for justice, where facts and emotions collide, and where the outcome will depend on the willingness of one man to challenge the majority. Themes and symbolism: the depths of 12 Angry Men. One of the reasons 12 Angry Men endures as a cinematic classic is its exploration of timeless themes. Let's delve into the key ideas that give the film its profound impact. Justice and reasonable doubt. The concept of reasonable doubt is central to the film. Juror number 8's insistence on carefully examining the evidence reminds us that justice requires thorough consideration. The film critiques the dangers of rushing to judgment, particularly when a person's life hangs in the balance. By the end, the jurors are forced to acknowledge that certainty is not always achievable, and that doubt can be a powerful safeguard against injustice. Prejudice and its impact on justice. The jurors bring their personal biases into the room, which cloud their ability to fairly evaluate the case. Juror number 10 openly expresses racist views, while juror number 3 allows personal resentment to influence his judgment. These biases serve as obstacles to truth and fairness, reflecting broader societal issues. The film challenges viewers to confront their own prejudices and consider how they might influence decisions in critical moments. The power of individual conviction. Juror number 8's determination to advocate for a fair deliberation demonstrates the power of a single voice to inspire change. His calm, logical approach contrasts with the emotional and often irrational arguments of his peers, highlighting the importance of reason and integrity in the face of opposition. The film suggests that even in the most contentious situations, one person can make a difference. Group dynamics and peer pressure. The film's portrayal of group behavior is both fascinating and realistic. As the jurors debate, alliances form and dissolve, and individuals shift their positions under pressure. Juror number 7 initially votes guilty out of indifference, eager to leave for a baseball game, but eventually changes his vote to avoid isolation. This exploration of group dynamics underscores how social influence can shape decision-making, for better or worse. Character analysis. The 12 jurors as archetypes. The jurors in 12 Angry Men represent a cross-section of society, each bringing unique perspectives and biases to the table. Let's examine some of the key characters and their roles in the narrative. Juror number 8, Henry Fonda. Juror number 8 is the film's moral compass. Calm, rational, and empathetic, he is the first to question the majority's rush to judgment. He doesn't claim the defendant is innocent, but insists on a thorough discussion to ensure justice is served. His persistence and logical reasoning gradually influence the other jurors, making him a symbol of integrity and fairness. Juror number 3, Lee J. Cobb. Juror number 3 is the film's most emotionally charged character. His personal issues, particularly his estranged relationship with his son, fuel his anger and cloud his judgment. His outbursts, and refusal to consider alternative perspectives highlight the dangers of letting personal grievances influence decisions. His character arc, culminating in a poignant moment of self-realization, is one of the film's most compelling elements. Juror number 10, Ed Begley. Juror number 10 embodies prejudice and ignorance. His racist tirades reveal the deep-seated biases that can distort perceptions of justice. As his arguments become increasingly offensive, the other jurors distance themselves from him, symbolizing the rejection of prejudice in favor of reason and fairness. Juror number 4, E.G. Marshall. A logical and methodical thinker, juror number 4 initially supports a guilty verdict based on evidence. However, he is willing to reconsider when presented with reasonable doubt. His character represents the importance of approaching decisions with an open mind and a reliance on facts rather than emotions. Juror number 7, Jack Warden. Juror number 7 is indifferent to the case, concerned only with finishing deliberations quickly so he can attend a baseball game. His apathy highlights the danger of neglecting one's civic duty and the potential consequences of treating serious matters casually. Cinematic techniques, crafting tension and atmosphere. Sidney Lumet's direction is a masterclass in visual storytelling, using simple yet effective techniques to heighten tension and draw viewers into the narrative. Single location setting. The film takes place almost entirely in the jury room, creating a claustrophobic atmosphere that mirrors the pressure the jurors feel. This confined setting forces the audience to focus on the characters and their interactions, emphasizing the intensity of the deliberations. Dynamic camera work. Lumet's use of camera angles and movement is subtle, but impactful. At the start, wide shots depict the jurors as a group, but as tensions rise, the camera moves closer, using tight close-ups to emphasize individual conflicts and emotions. This shift in perspective mirrors the growing intensity of the debate. Lighting and shadows. The lighting in 12 Angry Men evolves throughout the film, reflecting the character's journey. Early scenes are lit with a flat, even tone, but as the discussion deepens, shadows grow more pronounced, symbolizing the jurors' inner struggles. By the film's conclusion, the lighting becomes brighter, representing clarity and resolution. Pacing and dialogue. The film's dialogue-driven narrative relies on sharp, intelligent writing to maintain tension. Each juror's arguments are meticulously crafted, revealing their personalities and biases while driving the story forward. The pacing builds gradually, mirroring the shifting dynamics and growing urgency of the deliberations. Trivia and behind-the-scenes insights. Here are some fascinating details about the making of 12 Angry Men. Budget and schedule. The film was shot on a modest budget of $350,000 and completed in just 21 days. Despite these constraints, Lumet delivered a film that feels timeless and polished. Real-time continuity. Lumet shot the film in sequence, allowing the actors to maintain emotional continuity and build their performances naturally. Rehearsal process. The cast rehearsed for 2 weeks before filming, creating a sense of familiarity and cohesion that is evident in their performances. Reginald Rose's influence. The film is based on Rose's teleplay, which aired on Studio One in 1954. Rose's background in law inspired the story, and his script remains one of the most celebrated examples of courtroom drama. Comparative analysis, 12 Angry Men versus other courtroom dramas. While 12 Angry Men focuses on jury deliberation rather than courtroom proceedings, it shares thematic elements with films like To Kill a Mockingbird and A Few Good Men. However, its reliance on dialogue and character interaction rather than dramatic legal confrontations sets it apart, offering a uniquely intimate and thought-provoking perspective on justice. Conclusion. Why 12 Angry Men endures. 12 Angry Men is a timeless exploration of justice, prejudice, and the power of reason. Its themes remain as relevant today as they were in 1957, serving as a powerful reminder of the importance of integrity, open-mindedness, and the courage to stand against the majority. Through Sidney Lumet's masterful direction and the cast's compelling performances, the film transcends its era, continuing to inspire and provoke thought. And now, to answer the question posed at the beginning, Can one man's determination change the minds of 11 others? In 12 Angry Men, the answer is a resounding yes, proving that reason and conviction can triumph over bias and apathy. Thank you for joining us in this in-depth exploration of 12 Angry Men. If this analysis resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more cinematic deep dives. Share your thoughts in the comments. What themes in 12 Angry Men stood out most to you? Let's continue the conversation.